It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Miss the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
We thought, hey, why does Donald Trump get to have all the fun? So we did our state of our households this morning. How's Kat's family holding up? What's going on in my family? If you missed it this morning, you should hear it next because it's a big deal and it might change your life. Right now, let's get into the podcast. So most of us at one point will probably be asked to take some kind of a work trip where you're going to go out of town and you're probably there for a conference or maybe a seminar, kind of a learning thing. And when Heather had texted us that she doesn't want to go on this trip with her boss, we were like, oh, hey, let's bring this to the show. Let's find out what's going on. So we know that this is kind of on the table. You want to break this down a little more for us?
Oh, gosh. I don't know if I should be worried about this, but I am concerned because my boss has selected me, I guess how you put it, to go on a work trip with him.
Okay. And this is not normal? You've never been asked before?
No.
Okay.
And honestly, there's people that are better qualified. Like, I have a couple really good work friends, and they're being very nice about it, but I can tell they're kind of like, what? I don't know what to do. I feel like, how do I say, I don't think I want to do this, but I don't want the boss mad at me, and I don't want my work, mates mad at me, and I just want everybody to get along, and I want it to be for the right reason, and also, what if you?
So does he creep you out at all? Is this a factor in why you don't want to go?
Oh boy, I can't explain it. He looks fine. It's just his vibe. His vibe to me is just, I don't know how. It's just sort of a. Oh, God. I just feel like my stomach clench. I don't know how to put it.
So you got to listen to your gut. I think at this point, you listen to your gut. You're a grown woman and lie like all of us do. And then just say that you have something else that has been on the books for a long time.
My kids
and you
have a basketball game, something like that.
Just something. And just say, I can't go, but I know, so-and-so would be amazing to go with, but I'll catch you on the next one. And then that'll give you enough time to come up
with another lie.
Yeah.
I have to do something because I don't feel like I should quit. So I feel so much pressure.
Right. So I'm going to put you on hold for a second. Kat, what would you do here? You get asked, hey, we've got to go to Phoenix for a radio convention, and your gut says no. How do you get out of this?
I would lie. That's the advice I
What's
give.
your lie? I'll put you on the spot right now. He walks in, he says you got to go.
Is my son has a tournament, and this is his last one. And he is so excited, and he won't be able to play well if I'm not there. And it's on the books. And all of our family is coming.
He's young, and he's got basketball next year. We really need you to go.
Well, family comes first.
Oh, okay.
You
dig in on that?
I'll dig in on the family comes first, but there's more to just traveling for work with somebody. You got the downtime in the airport. Maybe he wants to ride together.
You're likely going to have dinner and drinks together.
Yeah, you're going to sit next to each other on the plane. It's a lot of time together. This is not just going to seminars.
So here's what we need from you real quick this morning. And I thought, let's dedicate a little time to this. If Heather needs a good out here, what would you use? What's a great go-to lie, fib, makeup, whatever you want to call it, to get her out of this work trip? So we talked to Heather a couple of seconds ago, and she's been asked to go on this work trip with her boss, and something just isn't working right with this.
Honestly, there's people that are better qualified. Like, I have a couple really good work friends, and they're being very nice about it, but I can tell they're kind of like, what? I don't know what to do. I feel like, how do I say, I don't think I want to do this?
So what do you do with this? Now, Chad had the most unrealistic text in. He said, say you're pregnant and you can't go because you're getting nauseous. The problem is
you have to give birth.
6 or 7 months from right now, He's going to know you're calling BS. And Sheila, you had a good point on this. What would you do if this was you and you didn't want to go on this work trip?
Well, I think I'd just ask my boss, why me? Why not coworker X, whatever?
Okay, and what if he says, well, because we really see a lot of potential in you and we
that's
see
what
you,
he had told
we
her.
see you growing in this company, then how do you get out of this?
Oh, well, then I'd probably pull a cat and come up with have an excuse in the back of my head that, no, I'm not going to go with you.
Well,
but, maybe they see her as a diamond in the rough and she's not seeing her potential.
That's a good point. Nobody said that yet.
It's 2026. If he makes any wrong moves, you got something to stand on. So if you have to be uncomfortable for 48 hours to further your, and I don't mean uncomfortable, like letting him advance himself on you or like make weird comments. That is inappropriate and unacceptable. But like if you have to travel with somebody that you don't normally find yourself hanging out with, you got to do it and advance in your career.
Sheila, do you travel for work at all?
I used to.
Yeah. Did you find yourself in this position ever where you're like, I just don't want to go out of town again?
No.
Oh, okay, so you liked it.
And I was one of these. And I was one of these that they'd say, "Well, I want to go to the bar. Or I want to go do this." I'm like, "Well, knock yourself out. I'm going someplace else."
Okay.
And I'd go shopping. I'd, go see some sights or something.
Sure.
So if Kat and I were like, "Hey, do you want to go on a trip with us? We got to go to a radio convention." You wouldn't booze with us?
Well, maybe I would.
There it is. True colors.
It depends on the company.
It's
right?
on Kat's tab. You're buying, but you're going for sure, aren't you?
Let's go. Buy around.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo what bingo?
Bingo!
All right, so this morning, first person through gets the bingo if you're somebody listening who
is just a really positive person. And even if people dog on you, like, how can you be so positive? Don't lose it, because we need people like this in
You
our
are not
lives.
weird, you are not dumb, and no, you have not failed.
Yeah.
Do not give up, because you have such a story you can tell. So even when you feel like mentally you can't continue, just take a break and find your strength, because it's right there within you.
You know what? Somebody might have needed that today. And I know that you're like, I don't need anything. I don't need positive affirmations or written on the wall or anything like that. But some people really do need that. And people like that, I appreciate. So you're a really positive person.
like all the time.
All the time.
How do
like
you
my
get
cousin
there?
Heidi. Positive.
How do you
all
get
the
there?
time.
All the time. I'm looking for anyone listening who has been to a really unique or maybe even odd funeral or memorial service. And the reason I bring it up is Spotify has now developed an urn, and that urn can be programmed to play your loved one's favorite song, music, put together a playlist that reminds you of them when you walk by it.
I like that. That's beautiful. You know what I love is the QR code on grave sites,
That's cool.
where you scan it and it's a video montage
or
of
tons
that person.
pictures of them. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think that's pretty special. So I'm looking for anyone. And by the way, I went to a girl I was dating in high school. They had a farmhand on their farm, and unfortunately, this guy died in a traffic accident. And he was such a big fan of Michelob Golden Light.
Yeah.
And so they had bottles of beer in his casket
Oh, that's nice.
that he was buried with. And I remember walking into the visitation and just being like, what is going on here? Like, it's odd to see beer bottles in a casket next to somebody who's deceased. And that stuck in my mind right away when I heard this, that Spotify is developing an urn that you can put your loved one's ashes in. It's apparently legal and safe and everything like that. But you can also program a playlist. Like, imagine plugging in an urn.
Yeah.
Or having to charge your urn.
That's very cool.
So I'm looking for anyone listening who has been part of or been to a very weird, odd, or just really unique memorial service. Kat's on the hunt for anyone listening who
is just a very positive person. I'm excited to talk to you. I was watching C-SPAN, so that's what I was watching the State of the Union on, and I was listening to the dialogue between this really old guy and this young girl who knew her stuff, okay? And didn't miss a beat. And as they're walking through the threshold into the big room, he was like naming off the names. Oh, there's so-and-so. There's Senator blah, blah, blah from Massachusetts, blah, blah, blah. And he was getting everyone wrong.
Oh,
and
he didn't have any of them right?
No, he was like, and then he'd say stuff like, oh, man, I need my glasses washed. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, it is. Oh, did she get a haircut? Like stuff like that.
How embarrassing.
And at one point, I was pretty bad at names. And then I heard somebody give this tip where if you meet somebody for the first time, their name is Samantha, and then you say, hi, Samantha, how are you? Samantha, oh my God, it's been great to talk to you. Thank you so much, Samantha, for coming by. And you want to say it 3 times.
3 times is the killer?
3 times, but you have to look at their face when you say it. And somehow it programs your brain to always remember that face is Samantha. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's definitely helped me out. But I'm like, this guy needs to get a different job.
I would think somebody was trying to scam me if they kept saying my name over and over again when they were looking at me.
Hey, JJ. Yeah.
If they were like, well, JJ, It's not proper cadence. It's unusual cadence when you're talking to somebody for the first time.
It is, but, a lot of people are really bad at names because sometimes you meet somebody and you're like, when am I ever going to talk to them again? And then you see them at Coburn's.
They say the average person can only remember 80 people.
80 people? That's 80. A lot.
No, it's not. I mean, think of all your family and friends that you know all their names and all the people you work with. Once you get to about 80 is where it starts falling off. And you need to see like a trigger. But 80 is apparently the normal human will remember 80 people like on a personal, intimate basis where you genuinely have care for them.
I just hope this woman gets like a bump in salary. Like she literally had to babysit
that I'm guessing he's an old white dude.
He was an old white dude.
Yeah, and I guarantee he's making the lion's share of the money on that show. That's just the way those
And you know what I loved when they would take the live calls? And people were like talking about what they'd like to hear the president talk about. And I was just waiting for a moment for them to go rogue and then they'd have to say, oh, we got to drop this caller.
I think they have a better screening process and a bigger delay now.
Okay.
So they can cut that stuff out.
Yeah. There was one kid in high school about to graduate high school and he had a speech impediment. He was very hard to follow, but he made a good point. He's like, listen, us seniors, kids my age and my generation were a little nervous. Like
everybody is.
Yeah. Well, some people blindly back other people, which is never a good route. No matter who it is, you don't ever blindly follow somebody. This is still your life. But
I vetted out my postal carrier.
What's that?
I vetted out my postal carrier.
What do you mean?
Well, when she started calling and texting the show, I started doing a little research, asking around about her.
Oh, you did?
I'm like, I don't want you close to my house unless I know something about you. It is time for the Playhouse State of Our Household Address. And entering the chamber right now is Kat. Everybody, well-known president of the Playhouse.
Hello. Hello.
Kat.
Thank you.
The floor is yours. Please give us your state of your household.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Things are on pace to being a very successful year. We're just dollars away from paying off our credit card. As volatile and as out of sorts as our dining room does feel right now, with the construction of the new pantry, with our close friends and allies at Tischler, we are going to see the results that not only lead to a better quality of life, but also organization, which I think all Americans seek. Can I get an applause for that, please? Yes, thank you so much. Where's my applause?
I had to stop it.
All they do is applaud after everything. With one last project on the books, set to be completed by the end of the year, it's shaping up to be what was promised. And with first husband by my side in costume, there's nothing that we can't accomplish. USA, USA, USA. Where is my applause?
I hit the button like 3 times.
Gosh.
There it is. Good morning, my fellow Americans and anyone listening from abroad. On the heels of Kat's amazing update to the household of her and Derek and their State of the Household Address, I'd like to present mine.
No! You're failing us.
I all know that. That's why I'm about to give you my head of the household address. My fellow Americans, my wife Tricia has now been cancer-free for over 4 years, doing great. She's a great woman, great mother, a real great lady. Always smiling, that lady. My oldest son, Peyton, absolutely killing it at his assistant athletic director job, straight out of college at a major university. And I mean major local university. He's getting married to a super lady this summer. It's going to be a big deal. She's super, you know.
She's the best of the best redheads out
and
there.
She's in the gallery this morning, so if you could please give a little bit of love for Madison over here. Madison, thank you for joining us today.
Woo!
We call her Mad Dog. She helps people in need every day. Super lady. You're going to be a great wife. And their dog, Dodger, is with her today. Dodger, stand up, please. He's a great dog, always doing dog things. Super dog.
This is so long.
My daughter, Reagan, just celebrated her 22nd birthday with us last night. As you know, wow, Reagan. It's been amazing to watch you grow up. And just yesterday, seems like she was just 21.
She was.
Well, she's on her way to doing big doctor things. Dr. Reagan, in just 4 years, you'll do tremendous things for all kinds of people, both sides of the aisle. I don't know how you do it. Tremendous work ethic. She's a super great kid. Supergirl, that Reagan. My youngest
I'm switching sides.
There's no sides here. My youngest son, Nolan, great kid. Everybody loves that kid. Surrounds himself with top-notch, and I mean top-notch people every day. He'll be graduating high school this spring, then off to play ball, and hopefully get the greatest degree ever, the greatest in the United States. And that's no lie. Tremendous poker player as well, that kid. Could use a little help from Congress if we get him to clean up after himself a little bit more. I'm proud to announce that this morning. It'll be on your desk later today. It's the great big Nolan bill, which will immediately deport any child that doesn't clean the room before leaving for school.
I love it.
Now, previous parents have let this slide, but it stops now.
Woo!
Otherwise, great kid. Love that kid. And finally, thank you. Finally, our golden doodle, Addison. Addison is at home today, taking single bits of food out of her bowl and intently walking them onto our living room floor to be placed on the rug that everyone walks on. She's excited to chase squirrels this summer, a season I created for her and all the other dogs out there. She's a prime example of a good dog, and she loves to do big stretches. That's Addison, everybody.
2 dog shout-outs, what?
Great dog, that dog. No better dog ever.
The goldest of the golden doodles.
She's more doodly than golden, but great dog. We love her here in America. And in closing, the state of JJ's household is stronger than ever, with empty nesting for my beautiful, intelligent wife, Trisha, and I just starting in 7 short months. It'll be a challenging time, but by the grace of God and with the support of our fellow Americans, it will be the best time ever in our history. God bless everybody. So we got a bunch of cash we'd like to give away at 6:20 Thursday morning, but you do have to listen to our live show. I know it's exhausting, but if you're here at 6:20, we can give you $400 for just 5 words in the English language. So 6:20, that'll happen Thursday morning. Right now, let's get you back into the rest of the podcast. Today, we're going to learn a brand new term. I need you all to sit down. I need you all to be quiet. Get a little space on the rug. We're going to introduce you to
shopping. So this is shopping while sobbing, which is never a good idea. It's also never a good idea to go Christmas shopping with a credit card. You're just not supposed to. You're supposed to have cash. You're supposed to have a budget.
Nobody does that.
And don't stray, because January will come and you're going to get your credit card statements. But shopping is so dangerous because you're already in that emotional state where you're like, I'm going to do just about anything to make myself happy. I want to know.
Have you ever been shopping?
I went shopping once, and I'll tell you what I bought. And
was it silly?
It wasn't worth the money, but it made me feel good at the moment. So the last time you went shopping, what did you get? Did it make you feel better? Why were you sobbing in the first place? Tell us all of that. We're going to talk about it next.
Good morning. It's Kat and JJ. What's the term?
It is shopping. And it is exactly what it sounds like, shopping while you're sobbing. You are in an emotional state. And maybe you just got broken up with. Maybe someone passed away. You lost your job. You're just really sad. And retail therapy is a real thing. Sometimes if I find myself down one day and my car drives me to TJ Maxx, I'm a little bit happier.
It is what it is.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I'll get a Starbucks and just meander throughout the aisles.
So what was the last thing you bought while you were sobbing?
I bought a hand chair. And I remember I was
what?
it was a finger chair.
It looks like a hand.
And it was like it looked like an Art Deco piece for the corner of my bedroom. And it was when I found out that my former fiance had cheated. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this the best sanctuary to come back to. It's going to be the coolest bachelorette pad. And
how'd that work out?
It was hideous. It was way smaller. It was for a toddler. But online, I never read descriptions. I never read reviews or anything. And so when I ordered it, I thought it was for a big person butt. And I was going to put it in my room and it was going to look cool. And it was just not a good purchase.
I can say without fail and with my right hand on the Bible, I've never shopped.
And that's good. I'm happy for you. I don't want you to sit there. I don't want the visual of you typing and crying.
Can you imagine me crying in my underwear in front of my laptop?
No.
Nobody needs that this morning.
What would you buy, though? What would be the item that would sucker you in? Probably baseball.
I've got my eyes on a new pool cue.
Oh, yeah.
I do. And I have it in the cart. And I have 3 comparable cues, and they all have different things.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that just one day my wife will see it in the cart and be like, Oh, hey, tax returns. Let's get this for him. That'll make him happy.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Trisha, are you listening right now? I hope so.
You can open one hand.
I want to bring Andrea onto the show because you've been shopping, huh?
Oh, I have totally participated in shopping.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about, like, when you're really sad and then, like, knowing that something's coming your way, it's like everything, it's almost like having a little date, you know?
Yeah.
Like knowing when the package is coming. And it makes me feel better. Can you really put a price on that?
I'm putting in my mind, I'm visualizing just tears strolling down your face while you're scrolling. And you're just
how bad does it get for you when you do this? Like, have you had some epic moments?
I mean, if you're asking the most I've ever spent.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm asking, yes.
Okay, so probably the most damage I've ever done was maybe close to like 900.
Holy crap.
Oh my God. That's a lot of crying.
So you're
shopping.
sad, you jump online and you spent $900 and that just made you feel better.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of it was stuff that I needed, you know, like you need clothes and stuff like that and stuff for your home and it, you know, stuff for
you
your
needed
pet.
lighting for under the cabinets in the kitchen to make you feel better.
She got it bad.
Yeah, you need lighting to, you know, that goes with your crying sometimes.
The psoriasis scalp peels, I can't stop watching. It is so...
Describe this for me.
Like in person, if any skin got on me, I'd die right there in front of you.
So people videotape themselves ripping the skin off?
They'll lay there, and this one girl, she has severe psoriasis on her scalp, and she'll take this special comb, and it's metal, so it's really, you know, it'll really grab the skin patches.
Like you do for lice?
Yeah, and she just goes under there, and she hooks a huge piece of skin, no joke, like this big, like
the size of a baseball.
Yes. And then she'll just peel it through her hair and set it on her counter. I mean, I just died, but I could not stop watching. And she has so many videos, but it's to let people know, you know, you're not alone.
You don't think she's making money off this?
I don't know.
I bet if she gets enough views, she's making cash
Yeah,
money.
and good for her having to deal with that. And then, you know, there's a stigma that goes along with people with psoriasis.
People think that you're not clean, but it's not that, right?
Yeah, and that's awful. It's just your skin, you know. It's not that you didn't shower that day.
So why do you get psoriasis? Is it your skin just, it dies too quickly in big patches? Is that it? Like what causes it?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, food could cause, your diet could cause it, environmental issues, water. I just saw a commercial yesterday. This brother and sister developed a filter for your shower head, and it takes out any of the bad stuff. So if you have city water, and it's quick to install, you just like screw it on there, and people's hair looked more beautiful. People's skin got better. So, I mean, it's definitely worth looking into.
How long did you watch that video for?
Videos.
Oh, dude.
It asks like so many.
Rabbit
Every
hole.
commercial break of Law and Order, I was like scrolling, and then there's just like yellow chunks that come off and they fall on the ground. Who's the person that's doing it? Like someone else's hands are doing it. And it's a lot. So I just wanted to say, you know, some people feel like they're alone in this world. You're not alone. And if you're walking around with psoriasis or just stuff that makes you feel like you're gross or whatever, I mean, other people are dealing with it.
Well, I mean, that's like when I got hooked on the Kicked in the Nuts videos.
Close.
Yeah. I couldn't stop. I could not.
I think it was the crazy laughter that would come out of your face when you would be watching those. It's like you wouldn't be laughing if it happened to you, would you?
There were times during our show that we were like supposed to talk, and I would play an extra song just so I could watch 3 more Kicked in the Nuts videos.
That was called a phase. That was quite a while.
Boy, I felt good in those days, though. I did. I felt a whole lot better about myself. And I was just like, honestly, on a straight, just funny, unfortunate, but funny scale.
Yeah.
Seeing a guy get kicked in the nuts is about funny.
It might be funnier for women because we don't know the extreme pain.
And it's funny for guys when you know the extreme pain because it's not happening to you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go watch some of those. I felt like I had to tell you about this because I don't know if there for sure hasn't been 5 movies my entire life that have made me cry. And I remember you telling me, I don't know, this is a decade ago maybe, about how your dad started crying about everything when he got to a certain age.
Yes.
And that hit me hard yesterday. So I'm on the treadmill and I started watching this movie on Netflix. It's called The Iron Claw. It's with, what's the name of that dude from Neighbors? Good looking younger dude. He's like the next door neighbor on Neighbors. I don't know. I can't remember his name right
Zac
now.
Efron.
Zac Efron, right?
Derek cried at that, too.
Oh, my God. So
I walked down, he was bawling.
I couldn't believe it. So I thought it was a wrestling movie, right? And like when I was younger, I would watch this stuff with my dad, and then it just got kind of out of hand, and I checked out. I haven't watched professional wrestling in a decade, maybe 2 decades. But anyways, so I'm watching this movie, and it's about this family of wrestlers. There was like 5 boys, maybe 6, 5, at least 5 boys in this family.
4, right?
5 is what you figure out at the end.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And I'm not gonna blow it for you. It's not a horrible movie. It's not great. It's, if you're a wrestling junkie or know somebody in your life that is, probably a good watch. But I'm watching it on the treadmill, and then I get in our sauna, and I'm watching the end of it. And at the end, I am bawling like a little baby.
The little boy is running at him.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Just right.
Derek's like, I can't believe you didn't want to watch this with me.
Oh, and the rest of it is just, it's okay, right? It's for sure not ever going to win any kind of an award. But at the very end, the last 5 minutes, I wept like a little girl.
Really?
Oh my! And I'm sweating, and I'm trying to drink water at the same time, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, "What is this salty discharge?" And then it gets over. I get my stuff together. Nice couple of deep breaths. Get out of the sauna, kind of dry off real quick. I come into the house, and my wife had just gotten home, and she's like, "Are you all right?" And I go, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Your eyes are all red." I'm like, "Oh, I put a couple of drops of something in the sauna." You know what I mean? I'm like, "I think it's just irritating my eyes." And she's like, "You're sure?" And she's like, "You look like you've been crying." I'm like, I just cried. I told her about it, and I couldn't repeat what happened in the movie to her without crying again. And I'm like,
are a mess.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I am becoming an old man so fast. A movie like this, even 2 years ago, I'd have been like, yep, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
And I'd have moved on to the next thing in my life. I wept and wept and wept at this movie.
Soon it'll be the Olympic milk commercials, and you will lose it like Derek does.
What was the last movie you cried at?
I did watch Notebook by myself, but it hits different when you have a parent with dementia or Alzheimer's. Then you're like, oh my God, I need to blow my nose. Like, this is crazy.
You sound
I'm
stuffed
on
up.
the radio. What the hell? Anyway, I'm not going to do it on the radio. But yeah, that's probably the last one.
Hit us up real quick with the last movie that made you cry, because this one, I went into watching this. It's called The Iron Claw. It's about wrestlers who beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
And then it made me cry. And I was like, what happened to you? 18-year-old JJ was so disappointed in his emotions yesterday. I couldn't suppress it.